Alright guys, welcome to RINGPOST. My name is Justin.
My name is Danny.
And we're going to be diving into the third episode of Raw. And it was pretty action-packed, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Really
Cero. Miedo. That was my highlight of this week's Raw, honestly.
Penta?
Yeah, the Penta match, the Penta and Pete Dunne match, that was pretty fucking fine. Oh, sorry.
I love that you bring that up because that's definitely going to be one of the conversations we're going to have for today. Based on his future, what we think is going to happen, we'll give our opinions on it. But what we're going to do in this episode is that we're going to break down our favorite moments and also segments on pretty much just giving you our opinions on everything, what's going to happen. And obviously with Saturday night main event happening this Saturday, which is this Saturday, by the way.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited.
The only reason why I'm so speechless about it because I feel like we're having PLEs like every week. That's just me.
Not for nothing. I'm excited for all the title matches that are happening within this week alone. That's true. Know, from Saturday to Tuesday, what is that, over 5?
Yeah.
It's like over about 5 title matches going on.
So, yeah.
Going into the Rumble.
That weekend's gonna be amazing. I'm just letting you guys know now. We're definitely gonna be covering Royal Rumble. We're gonna give our predictions. There is a list out there that is leaked, so we want to touch base on that too, and also give our opinions on it. But right now, the reason that you're here is that you want to hear our breakdown of Monday Night Raw. So
stay tuned till the end because we got a little bit of a shocker at the end of this video. So, first part, let's go into this Jey Uso being confronted by Gunther.
Yes. So, hands down, Jey Uso is definitely on his way to becoming a single... I mean, he's already a single superstar as is. The aura itself is just... It's in his name.
Can I get a yeet?
Yeet. So... he's already a main event superstar in my eyes. He's already doing everything that he can to pretty much make a name just to be by himself. As we all know, like in my eyes, one of the greatest tag teams of all time, which are the Usos. But let's just talk about how he has so much crowd control when he comes out.
That dude on the mic, dude. Jey Uso on the mic is hilarious. I'm gonna take your title and I'm gonna hang it on my bedroom wall.
And then yeet. Yeah, it's just amazing what he does, to be honest with you. And the fact that he now has this title match with Gunther at Saturday night main event. Say that 4 times.
Saturday night main event. Saturday night's main event. All right, you know what? I'm not even gonna try.
So with that happening, where do you see? Who do you think is going to win that match? And where do you see Jey going after if he wins or loses?
Well, to be honest with you, I don't think Jey's going to win this one.
Okay.
It's just a story build-up for him. In my opinion, it's going to be a story build-up for him. He has what it takes, absolutely. But I know our main man, Hunter... He likes to keep us on our toes. True. So, I mean, he gave him the Intercontinental Champion for how long?
A month, I want to say.
It was about a month, right? Like a month he had a little month reign going.
If you guys know, comment below and let us know. It was definitely more than a month, I think, for sure.
Yeah, I honestly think they let him let go of that title a little too easy. But those are build-up purposes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I feel like maybe it was to give him that title, but then maybe there's something so much more for him.
Absolutely.
You know? Like, I don't know. Agreeing with Justin there, like, I don't think Jey is going to win it this Saturday, but I feel like there's going to be something so much more for him. Now, if he wins it, by the way, that opens up a lot of opportunities and a lot of storytelling to be told because it's Rumble season. So I don't know where this is gonna go if he wins, but if he wins, that place is gonna blow up. But to have it happen on a Saturday night main event, I'm not sure. I would want that to see like in one of the big four, like either Rumble, Mania, SummerSlam, or even Survivor Series. I feel that's just me.
Yeah, yeah, no, absolutely. Well, with that being said, like you said, with Jey Uso possibly losing this match, I see him going forward more to... I don't see him as the heavyweight champion. I see him as the WWE champion. Which means he would have to dethrone Cody Rhodes. Or Kevin Owens, if Kevin Owens, the delusional WWE champion. Because he believes himself that he's the WWE champion right now, and I know we all know that is false.
Right. He's living in his delusional world, which brings the character, like, it just brings it together in a way, because as someone who's watched him on NXT, and now I didn't watch him like during Ring of Honor or anything like that. I was introduced to Kevin Owens in NXT. And seeing what he was able to do in NXT and then what he was able to do in the main roster when he moved up, I'm just surprised that he only had that. At the time, it was the Universal Champion at the time when he won it the first time.
Yep.
I'm just surprised that was like, I think that was like the only time that he won it. And then after that, he didn't go for it afterwards. I think it's time for him to shine, though, to be honest. That's also just me. Like, I feel like he put in the time and the work to have that championship. If
I agree with you.
My drift, yeah.
I agree with you there. Moving forward, let's go to this Rey Mysterio and Kofi Kingston.
Ooh. So that's a very interesting match, I will say. Rey Mysterio, obviously, luchador legend, and you know, we grew up watching him. Kofi Kingston, same exact thing. Same exact thing. We we grew up watching him. The one thing that really caught my eye for this entire match was JBL on commentary. Now, the reason why that I'm a little ticked off about this because
Kofi took his $2 back.
Yes. 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 This man put $2 in JBL's little pocket right here. He's like, you could have that. Like, come on now. But what I will say is that JBL, it was announced that he was going to show up. Mind you, the night before at TNA's Genesis, he showed up there.
With the clothesline from hell?
He gave everyone and their mama a clothesline. So, if you're following on what JBL's doing lately, he's been going to different promotions and talking to different wrestlers or stars and everything, and from AAA to GCW and to TNA as well. And when we heard the announcement that he was going to show up at WWE Monday Night Raw, I and other people who are on the internet thought, is he showing up alone? Like, he's recruiting all these people or just talking to them, somehow like creating like this invasion angle with like different promotions. Now, that's just me thinking outside the box, but I was just very surprised to see JBL on there because of that. And I feel like we were baited on that.
That would be beautiful. That would be beautiful, especially if he decides to come out with his own stable.
Yeah, and from different promotions. Mm-hmm. And that just
rating,
confirms
like back in the day when ECW rated WWE.
Yeah, that
was a time.
I enjoyed that time. I enjoyed that time because it introduced me to different wrestlers and like WCW and ECW, and that's when I learned about who Chuck Palumbo was. Mm-hmm. Obviously, we got to see. I got to see Booker T a lot more compared to when he was on WCW. And we were introduced to Shane Helms.
Yes.
Shane Helms, which turned into the Hurricane.
Yep.
So like I think in this day and age, it's always great to step out of that box and seek other wrestlers, because you don't know one of these days if that wrestler that you see at another promotion is going to go to like to WWE or something like that. So,
which is big for every underground wrestler.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be on WWE. But about this match, what I really want to talk about was that excuse me for saying this, but that botched power bomb. Clearly we all saw Kofi wasn't ready to even do the power bomb because he didn't even do his part on what he had to do to finish that power bomb. Which kind of upsetted me a little bit because you could have really messed up Rey Mysterio on that one.
Yeah, it was like a slip that happened.
It was. But the thing is like you see like when he goes to throw him on his shoulders, he doesn't reach out. He just throws him. And just expected Rey to do the rest. Yeah. He really expected Rey to do the work on that power bomb. In order to give a power bomb, you gotta put in the work. On both sides.
It caught me off guard.
But then again, I'm starting to think that it kind of was on purpose. Because I feel like he's trying to make other wrestlers like Big E. He's trying to injure. In my opinion, it's a little hot take. I just want to create some fire. Let me stir the pot. But it seems like, because of what happened to Big E, very similar incident, but he was dropped on his head.
Right. He was dropped on his neck, yeah.
And Rey Mysterio being his back, that could have been very severe if Rey didn't land properly on his back.
Right.
Because you can see, like, if you watch it back, that's the best thing of it being on Netflix. You can watch it back and frame by frame just slowly break down everything.
Yeah, you could do that. But then you're able to do that on Hulu too. It's because when they had that Hulu contract and all that stuff. I think at one point it was on Peacock and then they just stopped. But yeah,
the live events.
No, you were able to. I think you were able to view Raw, SmackDown, NXT on there too as well.
Really?
I think there was one point where they were doing it, then they stopped because they had the Hulu deal. But now with Netflix, it's like literally an hour late, or if you can't make it to watch it, like, and once it finishes, you could, once you get home late,
watch it
right there. You just watch right there. You don't have to wait even a day. So I think that was
what I really enjoyed about rewatching this episode was that they take out all the commercials.
So you didn't watch it with commercials?
I watched it live.
Right.
With you.
Yeah.
And then
you rewatched it.
I went back home and I rewatched it with my daughters.
Yeah.
And I was like, I had it playing in the car while I was driving. My daughters were watching it, and I was telling my oldest daughter, I was like, you can skip through the commercials if it comes on. And not one commercial break. I mean, it had the commercial break, but it went straight into it. There'll be like one ad, and it'll be a WWE shot.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
See, it's because I watch it live, and it's like
we didn't get to see the John Cena commercial again, which was actually really good. That
the Mickey D's one.
The Mickey D's John Cena, Mr. Rogers commercial was perfect.
But yeah, I think the whole Kofi thing and Xavier Woods, it's to build more heat. It was an accident, but they played it very well. They as professionals, he knew the you could see it on Kofi's face, like the moment that it happened, he knew, like, oh, we got to do something quick, and that's why he was stomping. He was just stomping him out, and I said, like, all right, good recovery.
Great recovery.
Great recovery.
So seemed like an accident.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It was.
I see you, Kofi.
I see you, Kofi. Yo, Kofi, see me in Tekken if you see this. See me in Tekken. I'm trash at Tekken. Never mind. But yeah, like the other match that we want to touch base on is the Bayley versus Nia Jax. Ooh. Now, Bayley was on not on Netflix. Bayley was on SmackDown.
She was on a WWE tour.
She's everywhere.
She was on SmackDown. She was on NXT.
She's on Raw.
Back on Raw.
She's back on Raw. And I think that's just Netflix saying, hey, we want all the big stars that you guys have for Netflix, for the viewership. And obviously we had the storyline with Bayley and Nia Jax on SmackDown. Now it's just being transferred over to Raw.
Oh, yeah.
But I will say with the match itself, it was a very interesting match. To be honest with you, it's great seeing Nia Jax just do her thing as a heel. Bayley, however, it's like I think I'm getting to the point where I don't want to say I've had enough of Bayley, but it's more of just what else can Bayley do type thing.
As the role model, yes, absolutely.
Like how much more can she just, can she push the character itself? I think that's where
absolutely.
I think since the story with Damage Control happened last year, her winning at Mania, it kind of like, for me, it kind of just like went downhill in a way, and then we don't know what was going on. She would show up barely sometimes, and I was just like, all right, well, what are you gonna do, Bayley? Like, what's next? So
she definitely lost control of Damage Control.
Yeah.
I just want to backpedal a little bit on this Nia Jax thing. With Rhea Ripley walking out and Nia Jax just ambushing her. That was a shocker because I wasn't expecting that. You're seeing all the wrestlers walk in. Then you see this bull just run right through the cape and smack her right into the fence.
I begin to pass out, and then my head hit the wall. Bow! That's one of our videos that we posted on Instagram.
Check it out there, wherever it is.
It's probably down there if you're watching this and whatnot.
I think it is down there.
Yeah, it's down there. But yeah, it's definitely building the storyline for Rhea Ripley to have a stronger opponent. We don't know if it's going to be for Mania. We don't know if it's going to be, if they're going to even, does she even have a match at Rumble? I don't think she has a match at Rumble yet.
No, just
it's probably building up to
this weekend as Saturday night's main event. Nia versus Rhea.
Oh, that's it. I forgot about that. Yes, yeah, I forgot about that. That's what
for
it
the
is.
title.
Yep. You know what it is? I was literally just talking about Saturday night main event with Jey Uso and completely forgot.
Because in our minds, that's the main event.
I don't think even it's that. It's just...
That's why I said in our minds, it's the main event because it's main event Jey Uso and, there's a possibility that he may get the title.
He might. But the other thing, too, is just that time is just going too quickly.
Yeah.
So there's just so much wrestling going on, and I'm trying to keep up with it. All right, so moving forward to the next segment that we have here is the Judgment Day. Now, we saw a clip where everyone was in the room together. Obviously, what happened was that I think Finn wasn't there at all, so Dom was like, I'll step in for the title, for the tag team titles with you, JD. But do you think that there could be a possibility that Judgment Day can break up? Or will they kick members out?
I see them breaking up, in my opinion, because they're not going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I see it being Finn Balor and JD breaking it up. Or maybe even Liv and Dominic and Raquel.
Mm-hmm.
Or even them two split.
Okay.
Between Tom and Nick.
No,
Tom and Nick Mysterio and Liv. Because I don't really see that going anywhere. She just seems like that crazy girlfriend, and then Dominic seems like the airheaded boyfriend. So I don't really see a future for them. I in my opinion, I feel like it'll be a little dragged out if they go any further, because Judgment Day, when Edge started Judgment Day, that was Judgment Day.
Okay.
You know, and in my opinion, they started getting soft. They started getting soft.
With Damien in there, and then when Damien got kicked out, and...
With all that, you know, all the drama within Judgment Day.
Okay.
I'd rather watch the Bloodline over 100 times than continue watching this Judgment Day.
Interesting. Okay.
But again, that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I like hot takes. I like to stir the pot.
That's an interesting take.
Yeah.
I think you saying that when Edge was in there, that was the Judgment Day. I will have to say, in my opinion, it's Judgment Day is a little stronger now.
You think so?
I think so. The reason why I say it is that obviously we have Finn, we have JD, Carlito, Raquel, Liv.
Finn's a great leader.
Well, the thing is that Judgment Day don't have leaders. And it seems like Finn is trying to pretty much say that even though I'm not the leader, I'm the leader. So this is why I always I've been saying that Judgment Day right now is a great faction, and I will say this because they're great heels. 1, 2, we had the storyline with Liv and Rhea that was going very strong, so that was going very well. So then that was going very well. Then you have Dominic, who is well hated but plays the character very well.
The best heel in history.
Yeah, in history?
I personally feel, because even outside of the ring and outside of the brand, this guy on X is hilarious, calling out all these wrestlers and stuff like that. What he post? Kofi Kingston getting F5'd by Brock Lesnar, and was like, "Yo, Kofi, this you?" Like, come on.
You're not wrong. Yeah.
He's
great,
and he can barely get any words out.
And
and he's still, I want to say loved, but he's hated.
Right.
But with hate comes love.
Yeah.
You know, you need to love somebody in order to hate somebody.
Right. And I feel like that's what he's doing too. He's playing the character very well. He's building up that heat with the fans, with the crowd, and everything like that. But you also have to give the kid respect. So when he first started out, I was like, oh, he's just Ray's kid. You know, he's just gonna do what he can. But he molded himself into becoming this heel, like this great heel, and he does it very well.
Absolutely.
Obviously with, you know, the tributes with, like, you know, to Eddie Guerrero and everything like that, and, you know, the frog splash, you know, he does the move with the shoulders and everything. Listen, like that.
When Dominic does it, I love it.
Cool.
Because that's Eddie's kid.
Oh.
That's Eddie's kid. But when he's got other people doing it, like Liv and stuff like that, I mean, get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here, because now you're overdoing it. Well, you know?
I'm trying to remember who I said that does the Three Amigos better than he did. It wasn't Liv. It was someone else. Someone did the Three Amigos.
Yes.
And I've always pointed it out that when Dominic does it, and I'm like, man, it doesn't hit the same.
No.
But someone else does it, and it's not any. It was a women wrestler, and I don't know if it was Liv or it wasn't Raquel.
Liv?
It wasn't Raquel. It wasn't Liv. I don't know if it was Liv or not. I don't remember, but it was that one.
I gotta go back and watch
I'm gonna watch that.
The Liv and Rhea.
Yeah,
because there's some part of me that wants to say that it was part of that match. Because were we watching it together? I believe we were watching it, or we watched it separately, but then we watched it again together. We recapped on it, and I think that's when you said that.
Maybe. I don't remember.
Well, anyways,
we ramble a lot, but that's what we're here for. But yeah, Dominic is definitely doing a big thing, and with Judgment Day, I feel like they won't break up. They're doing very well. They just had new merch come out, you know, that has, I think, EST, 2022. So I don't think they will break it up, or I think it was like 2023. I'm not sure, but they won't break that up at all because they have a really good run with it.
Okay.
But what I will say, I feel like they're gonna kick Finn out, and the reason why I say it is because I feel Triple H is gonna be like, "Hey, I know you were in a faction in Japan, and I kind of wanna, have them kick you out the same way that they did in Japan, aka, like beating the crap out of him, and then he's gone." What are you throwing up?
Is that what we talking about?
That's what we talking about.
That's what we talking about?
Yeah, that's what we talking about.
That's what we okay.
Yeah. So I feel like they'll kick him out if anything, especially because Finn now deserves a solo run.
That would be a big faction.
What?
If he brings that back?
They tried multiple times and it doesn't work. Yeah, they tried it with the OC. They tried, bringing AJ, Finn, and then Liv was also part of the OC. I mean, the Bullet Club, their version of the Bullet Club, but it just...
I seen a quick video where it was Cody Rhodes, Tamaloa, and Tamatanga on NJPW.
Yep, New Japan Pro Wrestling, yep.
Where they were doing the whole Bullet Club thing.
Mm-hmm.
That would be wicked
to have
to
Tama
see,
to do,
but I want to see God before anything.
100%.
I want to see God before anything.
Yep. I want to see God.
Loa needs to come back, and him and his brother need to start it.
Yes.
They need to break away from this whole bloodline thing and become their own thing, because honestly, they're great wrestlers.
Yeah.
They're great wrestlers. I love Tamatanga. Especially the way he is with the fans. He has
that yeah.
But then when he's in the ring, when out of the ring, he's like, "I'm tired. You got a beer? Oh, you suck."
He's
hilarious.
He has Tamatanga. He has great presence, and when he showed up, I was happy that he was in a WWE ring, because it was always brought up that he will never show up in WWE. He will stay in New Japan. The money's good over there. He's great over there. He has the faction over there. He's on his own. He's trying to build it. And I was like starting to believe it. And like, yeah, he might not show up. And next thing you know, reports started coming out, and then he showed up in WWE, and I was like, oh, it's real, and anything is possible now in WWE. So, so that actually brings up to our next segment, which thinking that, who you think is outside of WWE shows up in WWE, which is Penta versus Pete Dunne.
Cero miedo.
Now, you have your opinion on this match. I also have my opinion, but I want to let you go first, and go ahead. What is your opinion on
Listen,
this match?
I absolutely love this match. It was a great back and forth. What I loved about the match is, like, Pete Dunne definitely took advantage of his whole taunt with the cero miedo and trying to break his fingers every single time, because it happened at least 2 to 3 times in that match where Penta tried to taunt him and he just immediately grabbed his fingers. Like, bro, what are you doing?
Right.
This is WWE. You ain't gonna keep doing this. And when it comes to the entertainment of the match,
yeah,
it was very, very, very entertaining.
So remember I said that when we were watching it together for that match, I said, like, imagine if it was Pete Dunne that produced it.
Did you find out?
I found out because I looked it up, and it was actually it makes sense that who produced it, because the reason why I brought it up, because Pete Dunne was producing a lot of speed matches, so I thought that was cool that what he did. But I found out that Fightful Select actually reported stating that it was Bobby Roode and it was Jamie Noble that produced the match.
Oh, really?
Which it explains why it was such a great match in my eye. I enjoyed it as much as any match tonight, because I really like Penta. I found out about Penta a few years ago, actually, in New Japan. And when I saw him there, I was like, whoa, who is this guy? And I want to learn more. And then obviously when AEW started to come up and he was there doing his thing with the Lucha Bros, with his brother and everything there. And I was like, whoa, this guy is crazy. And obviously I was a huge fan of Cero Miedo. I was like, oh, that you can't let that go. You cannot let that go. And I'm very happy that he's here. And that's another wrestler that I said, he won't show up here. He won't. Yeah, there's money elsewhere. But no. Now look at him. And what did Michael Cole call him? The worst best secret. What is it?
The worst best kept secret.
In WWE.
The worst best kept secret. And that's a fact.
Yeah. Like
I was once I saw the 0 and the slash through it, come on, we all knew.
I saw that and I was like, wait, that can't be who I think it is. And I look at Mo and I was like, yo, who? He goes, no, that's Penta. I was like, is it real? I don't know if I want to believe it because we can get swerved. Nah, it was Penta, and I'm glad that he's here.
We finally got him.
But what do you think the future would be for him though? Like, where do you see him going after, let's say 2-3 months from now?
2-3 months from now, I see him headlining a few PLEs.
Oh.
Or co-headlining a few PLEs because, like I said, he's very entertaining to watch. Mm-hmm. And Hunter can't screw that up.
Right.
At least a co-headline on SummerSlam. One of the matches that I would like to see. I would like to see CM Punk win the title.
Okay.
And defend it against Penta.
Wow.
Because that I mean, it was a decent match. Mm-hmm. What was it? AEW that it was in. Mm-hmm. And I feel like they need to run it back. I feel like they need to run it back because there was a little botches here and there.
Okay.
During their first match.
Gotcha.
What would be very, very interesting to see would be intergender matches, the way Penta was wrestling and Lucha Underground. But I don't see that happening in WWE.
Not just yet.
No. They'll keep the intergender on their 2K25 and so on and so forth.
Yeah, I think it'd be interesting, but yeah, I think for sponsorship reasons, I think they're just gonna keep it the way that it is. But the internet is saying like how they want Penta and Chelsea Green to have like an interaction, but
they need to have an interaction.
It'll probably be at a PLE because Chelsea's on SmackDown, and Penta's on Raw, so I think it'll be like at a PLE if anything. Obviously, there's a few images, a few clips out there with him and Io Sky having a few matches.
Would be.
So
that would be nice. So
you never know nowadays what's gonna happen in WWE. So
Hunter got a lot of secrets.
Oh, definitely does. He definitely does. So going on to the next segment that we're gonna be talking right now, CM Punk. CM Punk did a promo. He talked his. He was talking that spit. I said spit. I said spit. All right. So he was talking that spit. Do you see CM Punk winning that Rumble?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Do you see him winning the Elimination Chamber?
Probably.
See, that's the thing. Elimination Chamber, I see John Cena winning that.
So you see Punk winning the Rumble, John Cena winning the Chamber?
No, I don't know who's gonna win the Rumble. I didn't say Punk.
There's a lot of possibilities for that Rumble. I guess since we brought it up.
Well, you think Hulk Hogan's gonna win the Rumble? Don't even.
Don't even. We'll go on to the next segment, and then after that, I'll give my real predictions on the Rumble. But with the CM Punk promo, when he was talking all that smack and saying that he was gonna throw this person, that person, and then calling out Hulkamania, saying that Hulkamania That was like, wow. I mean, a lot of us don't like Hulk Hogan right now, for moral reasons.
Yeah.
We can keep it like that.
Yeah.
But will WWE keep him in the loop? I feel like it, because he gets the reaction. That's what WWE wants. They want reaction. It don't matter if it's bad or good.
Yeah.
You know? I feel like if Hulk Hogan were to come back, it would be heel Hulk Hogan.
Just to like whatchamacallit, to feed it into the character itself.
Yeah.
But he shouldn't come back. To be
No,
honest with you.
I don't want him back at all.
No. Him showing up on the first episode of Netflix, it was
there
just,
was no reason.
But
for it.
I understood why, because his what is it, the beer that he has, the American beer, it's sponsored. It was on the mat. It was on the mat. So as soon as he came out to talk about it, and I was like, bro, like it's funny, because I was looking at the comments of like, oh, people hate on Hulk Hogan because of his political stance. It's like, no, man, I don't think it's that. Because,
no, it's not.
Listen, The Undertaker came out, and there was a huge pop for The Undertaker. You can combat me with that if you want, but he came out, did the American Badass.
Yep.
And people loved it.
Absolutely.
Hogan came out and it was just booed. So I don't think it's political stance. I think you're just trying to come up with excuses. Yeah. But that's just me.
Like I said, moral reasons. Not moral reasons.
Moral reasons. Like, it just doesn't, no.
Yeah.
So,
was it garbage?
Yeah, just
all right.
Basura. But, like, Hulk Hogan should not come back whatsoever. And the one thing I will say, though, is they kind of have to keep him around. Obviously, because it's probably within the contract. He has the sponsorship. Sponsorships there. So they have him promoting Saturday Night Main Event, as, in the commercials and everything. So they kind of just like, all right, well, we got to do what we got to do, because we can't break it.
You got to bite the bullet on that one.
Exactly. We got to bite it. So, but moving on to the next segment, which I actually wanted to have a conversation with you about, because now it's a long time that we've seen Sheamus try to go for the Intercontinental Champion and always
fall short.
He reaches, it slips out of his hand. Do you think now's the time that he's going to get it?
Well, anytime you can't reach something, anytime my daughters can't reach something, or my son can't reach something, you know what I tell them? Stop reaching, take your hand back, clap them, and reach again.
Okay.
Obviously, don't make your arm longer, but it makes you reach a little more. So yeah, I think Sheamus is actually going to break Braun Breaker. I think he's gonna break Braun Breaker.
He's gonna break the breaker.
Indeed.
He's gonna win the title?
I think he's gonna win the title.
Okay.
Personally, I think he's gonna win the title. I like Braun Breaker.
Yeah. So do I.
I'm a big Steiner fan, so
you know Steiner math?
I wish I did. I wish I did.
You got a 33.5% chance of winning or something like that.
Yeah, some shit like that. There I go cussing again.
What a classic. Yeah, no, Braun Breaker, when he first came on board in NXT, this was when NXT was just transitioning into NXT 2.0.
Mm-hmm.
And at first it felt like, I'm like, all right, here he is, big dude. But then he started doing like all these flips and everything, and I was like, all right, Braun, what else you got in your, like, what else can you do? And then as a heel, I was like, I'm not really connected or anything like that. But once he went face, I was like, oh, this guy is pretty cool, but he can wrestle.
No, he can.
He can wrestle, and he's doing his thing, and I have to give him props for it. Like,
he better be able to wrestle. I mean, look at
that bloodline that
you are a bloodline as well. Technically, if you really want to go down into it,
look at that bloodline that you got. But I think Sheamus, and I agree. I think Sheamus is gonna win this title
because he's taking his hand back, touching them, rubbing them together, and he's gonna reach again.
He said, "Mine." So. I think it's time for him to win that. Give him that prestige title of champion. I'm sorry, what is it? Grand Slam champion. Give him that. He's been in the business for so long, and I think it's time for him to actually have that moment where he's acknowledged as a Grand Slam champion because he's put in the work for it. He's getting older too, so we always have this fear of like when our favorite wrestlers, our favorite people that we like to see on TV, they're getting older, so we don't know what to expect, if they're going to retire, if they're going to, eventually just, just hang it up and just be like, you know what, I'm done. I
like the little segments that he has on WWE's social media pages
where he works out
with the other wrestler, and he either gives them a challenge or the wrestler gives him a challenge.
Yeah.
And I find it very entertaining, especially when you find out fun facts.
Yes.
Like when he was doing the challenge with Randy Orton, and Randy Orton's telling him, "When I work out, I only listen to female rappers."
That was great.
I was just like, "Yo,
that was wild."
That's nuts because I'm a big female rapper fan. And I get what Randy Orton's saying.
Yeah.
It pumps you up.
You learn so much on what Randy Orton does.
Randy Orton is...
It's learning from that from the Sheamus video. Yeah, learning that from the Sheamus videos. He likes listening to female rappers, which is great. And then on top of that, since I'm a gamer, like, he plays Elden Ring.
Yep.
I didn't know that until I saw I think it was a clip on the internet that he talked about it. And I was
He's talking to Cody Rhodes about it, I believe it was. Yeah.
I'm like, what the heck is that? So, I think that was cool.
What's your gamer tag, bro?
RINGPOST official. That's it right there. I'm going to try and put it here. RINGPOST official. Just follow us there.
See if Randy Orton catches that.
Yeah. Randy, follow us, We're on our second episode, so we're
getting somewhere.
We're getting somewhere. So we hope, we're just gonna manifest that we hope to be in the same arena as you. Maybe just hanging out with the superstars.
I see that in our future.
I think so.
If we keep this nice, consistent, and strong the way we're moving,
we're gonna be working.
Come on, look at that RINGPOST. Come on, guys.
RINGPOST.
RINGPOST.
So now you mentioned, of course, like us working hard and getting to where we need to be. This actually brings up to the next segment, which is going to be one of our last. Is I truly believe that Seth he's been working his ass off these past couple of years. And so now we have Seth versus Drew, which is very interesting because now that I actually want the opinion on the match, where do you think the future of Seth and Drew's going to go? Could it be a faction? And obviously Sammy hitting the haluva kick by accident. So let's start on that.
Can I stir the pot?
Stir the pot.
Was it on an accident?
Ooh, you just want to...
Was it on accident?
Oh, okay. All right.
No, but clearly it was an accident,
Yeah.
It's not like Sammy's gonna be like, all right, so Drew, you're gonna set up a move and then get out of the way and make it look like an accident. Sammy isn't that devious. Sammy's actually a very nice guy, so he's always got somebody's back.
No, you know what? You're right. Especially not the Sammy now. But you also have to remember, too, that he had that little moment with Kevin Owens when Kevin Owens came out and was like, hey, if you
I got your back.
If you scratch my back, I'll scratch your back.
Yeah, I got your back as long as you got my back.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Like, these two, having those two in under the same umbrella, I don't know. And I'll tell you why. Kevin is very devious. Manipulative.
That's what I'm saying. Kevin is...
But Sammy, however, to get his way, I would feel like he would turn...
You think we get a heel Sammy?
Yeah, we've had heel Sammy.
Well, I know. We've had a heel Sammy, but...
like a heel Sammy now, probably not.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I don't see him.
I think they'll push him to be a single star. I think they'll give him his own WrestleMania moment on his own without Kevin. And I think that's what Triple H is going to do. And he's been righting his wrongs. He's been righting the wrongs that happened under...
Excuse me.
I was going to say you're welcome, but I was going to say you're good.
You're welcome.
I was going to say, I think Triple H is righting the wrongs with everything that what happened in the previous regime. We're not going to name him. In the previous regime with what he did with his NXT stars.
Yes.
And I feel like Hunter's like... Triple H is like, you know what, Sammy... We're gonna give you something, and I hope that we can give you the moments that you've been waiting for. And I think that was just a taste of what we got at WrestleMania with him and Kevin with the Usos, and I think there's more coming to that.
That's very interesting because I feel like the only way for Sammy to get a slot in WrestleMania would be to win the Rumble.
Ooh.
He is very hot right now. There is a lot of eyes on him.
But there's a lot of uncertainty too around him as well.
That's the thing. You know, I just feel like, in all honesty, Sami Owens, Sami Zayn, or Sami Uso. If he breaks away from this whole Kevin Owens thing, and I can see him going really far, but I feel like, in my opinion, KO is holding him back. You know, and not just physically, but mentally, because he's always in his head.
Gotcha.
You know, especially with that segment, I've got your back as long as you got my back. Yeah, you know, and as nice as Sammy is, KO's his brother.
Yeah.
You know,
they have a lot of history.
So I see Sammy actually siding with KO on this, because he'll have the help
to get where he needs
to be, on top of KO getting the help to get to where he needs to be. But that being said, there's gonna be a hole somewhere there.
Yeah,
there's gonna be a hole somewhere there, because with Sammy, it's gonna feel forced.
Right.
You know, because that was kind of like a threat.
Right. Okay. So now, with now that Sammy's being in the mix with this whole this pot right now, and especially now that he's in this mix with Seth and Drew and everything like that, where do you think that's gonna lead up to? Because I feel like it's gonna lead to like some sort of I truly believe that there's gonna be some sort of faction between Drew, Seth, and Kevin as like the bitter.
I remember you saying that
like as like the bitter superstars that they
night
that they cannot get what they need to get, and they're just angry at the world now.
So what do you call them?
The Three Amigos. I don't know what we will call them.
The Three Bitter Wrestlers?
I don't know. Shield. No, I'm kidding. It's Shield 2.0. No. I'm reaching. I'm reaching.
Yeah, that was a reach.
I'm reaching. I don't know. I don't know what we would call them. They probably won't have a name for it, but I feel like that's brewing.
I can see what you're talking about, because there it would be like a love-hate type thing. Mm-hmm. Because with every faction, you still need that type of heat.
Right.
So to boil that pot, you know, because in every faction in WWE, someone turns.
Yeah.
Look at DX.
I
Look
mean,
at DX. Come on, bro.
It always happens.
That faction you would never think would break apart. And then Shawn Michaels.
Good things,
you know?
Good things have to end sometimes. You know? Shield.
Evolution.
Evolution.
Was what was the other one? There was a lot more. It's just like so many in my head right now. I can't really think.
The recent faction that I will say that a lot of people probably don't know about or do know about is, I think I would always talk about it because I really love NXT.
Mm-hmm.
The Undisputed Era in NXT. We all knew that it was going to end at some point because of contracts and obviously with AEW happening and everything. People were already shuffling and trying to jump ship to avoid whatever the previous regime wanted them to do.
Yep.
So Undisputed Era, when that fell apart, to me, Undisputed Era is a great faction. And I'm very upset that they're gone and that they are no longer in WWE. But hopefully one day, because you never know. They could always come back. But when Adam Cole turned on them, it broke my heart. I'm like, damn. Like, it's really over. Like, this is really over. Over. Over.
That was upsetting.
It was.
All right. Moving forward. Moving forward. Last but not least, I did say that we are going to leave this off with something very secret that was leaked. So we don't know how true it is. Going about the Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
We have our entrants. We pretty much know who's gonna come out. But there was one shocker on that list that really blew my mind. Because, let's face it, we all know who's gonna win.
I think who this person's gonna win is gonna be different from who you think is gonna win.
Can you see them? Can you see them winning?
The fact that you said that, I'm like, I knew exactly what you're talking about.
Only because, you know, this is his last run. His last run. He may not even win the title. You know?
It's just him trying to go for it.
It's just him trying to go for it.
If you don't know who we're talking about John Cena.
Let me not, because I would be too loud for the microphone.
And his name is John Cena. No. Yeah. It'd be great for John Cena fans to see him win the Rumble, go to Mania, win at Mania, and then have him have his last run with the title. I think that would be great. I think so. But I don't think he's going to win it.
There's only one reason why I think that he's really not going to win it.
And we talked about this. This is interesting. This is a very interesting.
So he may win. He may win as the 30th man. But the list has 31 men on it.
Which is weird.
Very weird. But this one person's the only person that can break those rules. And yes, we're talking about the final boss.
Mm-hmm.
I think if he does, if John Cena does win this Rumble, we're going to hear the most electrifying man come out and put himself as the 31st entrant. Not even to win to make John Cena lose his title placement.
Okay.
But to win just so John Cena does not get that title placement.
So to sabotage his final run.
Yes.
Just to run that feud back.
Because that feud was hot and heavy, if you know what I'm talking about with the notes.
Ooh.
Sorry, Rock, I had to do that.
If Dwayne sees this, he gonna come for you and not for me. I
Well,
hope not.
let me see. Sorry. I was reading my notes.
All of the notes are right here. Yeah, John Cena. Yep. Okay. That'll be if it happens, it'll be one of the most, I want to say, top Royal Rumble moments of all time. Mind you, I feel like the top Royal Rumble moments that ever happened was Edge coming back to wrestle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I think that was like one of the top. But if that happens where Cena wins, he's in the middle of the ring, everyone's blowing up, everyone's celebrating, there's a pop and everything, and all of a sudden you hear the Rock's theme, the new one, and it's just like, what the hell are you doing here? And he's in gear, and then I don't know, 5 minutes of that will go happen and throws Cena over the rope, and the next thing you know, it's the Rock. but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he'll come in. He won't come in at 31. Maybe he'll come in as like maybe 27, 28.
I don't know, man.
Or
that
maybe
list,
30.
that list says 31, man. That list says 31.
Maybe he'll come in at 30. Maybe he'll come in at 30 and try to sabotage John Cena. Like there'll be 3 people in the final moments of the Rumble, and then before 30 happens, that's when The Rock comes out at 30, and then next thing you know, the 3 are just scrapping, and next thing you know, it's Cena and someone else, and then The Rock comes out or so, and next thing you know, The Rock's like, yo, I'm coming for your ass. You're
What's
not
that candy ass?
Yep, I'm coming for that ass, and I'm gonna make sure you don't make it to Mania. That would be cool. That would be a nice build up. Yeah,
not that whole 31st entrance and breaking the rules.
I think it's happened before.
A 31st entrance?
I don't know. I think I'm bugging.
Because that's the whole thing about the Rumble. You got 30 men. Not 31.
You got 30.
Not 29. 30. And if Dwayne breaks that, that's just like a gun on Call of Duty being OP and they gotta nerf it. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta nerf The Rock.
Yeah, we gotta nerf The Rock somehow because I mean even last year when he told the referee, you better not count. You know, that I was like, yo, are you serious? You gonna pull that card? Or I'll fire you? Nah, dude, come on.
Yeah, he could do.
The man's just doing his job.
Yeah, he can do. He can do whatever he wants at that point.
At that point.
Yeah, at that point. We're gonna see. Royal Rumble happens in 2 weeks?
Royal Rumble?
February 1st.
Let me check my skin clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, in about 2 weeks.
2 weeks, something like that.
Week and a half.
Yeah. Holy cow.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like,
we're
Saturday night main event is this Saturday. Next thing you know, it's just so much. But I want to thank you guys for sticking around. I know we just rambled off, but that's the whole point of Ring Post Ramble. I don't know if you guys like the name. We do like the name. If we might change it, we're just testing things out right now.
Absolutely.
We're just testing things out, but best believe that Ring Post is going to be about wrestling, and we're just
all things wrestling.
All things wrestling. All right. So it's just we're trying to figure it out. If you like this episode, let us know. If there's something that needs to be worked on, let us know. Like, you are gonna help us try.
Even the hate comments, put them in there. The love, hate comments, put them in there. It gives us traction. It helps us grow. I take criticism well. He takes criticism very well.
I mean, I don't. No, I'm kidding. No, but yeah, let us know. Give us feedback. And I really appreciate you guys sticking around if you made it this far. But anything else that pops up, just let us know. Please follow us on Instagram. You're already here. Well, if this is posted on Instagram or YouTube or so, just follow us. Give us all the feedback, if anything, and we appreciate you guys sticking around. We want to help this. We want to make this grow. As you heard earlier, our goal is to provide opinions, to give news, share events, and hopefully our dream is to actually be within to be with like hanging out with WWE superstars and maybe interviewing with them and hanging out with maybe one of these days go to WWE headquarters. Who knows? Like I would love to be in that. And so what do you want to do? Like
I just want to see this platform grow.
Yeah.
I just want to see RINGPOST grow, whether it be us gaining followers, us becoming one of the greatest information sites for wrestling. Promote anything of that nature, anything that has to do with outside of watching wrestling, I want us to be a part of.
And you guys are going to get us there. Thank you guys so much. This is RINGPOST. This is RINGPOST Ramble.
RINGPOST Ramble.
RINGPOST Ramble. My name is Danny.
And my name is Justin. We'll be signing out. Peace.
Peace. Thank you guys.